video is to introduce a new plan of ours called the Starter Plan. And you can access this breakdown of plans by going to MapBusinessOnline.com and clicking on Pricing. Our Starter Plan is a plan for those people who are plotting a fewer number of customers, maybe you have 5,000 customers rather than 50,000, and so you just need to get those points on the map in the small amounts, but you don't want to commit to the standard or the pro plans. Some of the features, if we look in the comparison chart, are the Starter Plan can save up to 100 maps. You can create locations up to 20,000 points on the map, and this would be where you upload an Excel spreadsheet of points, and I'm going to go through that in a minute. So if you just have 10,000 customers or 500 customers, then you can plot those on the map. If we scroll down, we're going to see that we also have the ability to show demographics, and so you can show demographics in different ways, whether it's a label or color coding by the boundaries tool. Also, you can show that in our data window. You can add that to a layer like the zip codes layer and export that. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up our starter. Our starter plan looks like any other plan. It's just that the features are a little bit different. One of the things that you're probably going to want to do is use this plot data button. And so I'm going to click on that. We're going to click to browse, and we're going to pull in our spreadsheet of points. And so we're just going to go up to our sample data, pull in a fake list of customers here, and this is where you can plot up to 20,000 of these push pins, and it can be accumulated amongst multiple spreadsheets if you want. So we'll go ahead and click that, and the program is going to plot by whatever data you have. And so if you have the full street address information, you just want to make sure that you break it up into different columns. As long as you have the proper header in Excel, then the program is able to identify that correctly. If everything looks good, we click that plot button, and we're going to get our little push pins over the map. If you have several data sets, you just repeat this process. Anytime you plot data, you're going to be presented with this data window, and this will kind of show you all the different types of data that you've brought in, just a reflection of your Excel spreadsheet. Some of the things you can do from here, you can change their size, you can change their color if you wanted to. You could also change their symbol set here. We have quite a few symbol sets. If you wanted to bring in your own custom symbol, you can click Manage Custom Symbols, and you can upload your own little JPEG if you wanted to. I'm going to close out of this for now, and we'll talk about another feature that you can do in Starter. Is kind of analyzing demographics. So in the map and data box here, we can go ahead and we can enable the zip codes for all across the United States. We could also, if we wanted to, we can click on the states layer and turn on those boundaries. If we click on the little settings here next to any of these geographic features, it'll show a larger box called Manage Map and Data, and this is where we go to control the look and feel of our map. So if you wanted to, you could change those state borders. You could also go in here for the zip codes, and you can change their transparency if you wanted to. You can make it more or less see-through. I'm going to go ahead and leave that at 0% transparency to show you our next feature, and that's our color code map tool. And this is another feature that could be used within Starter. And so I'm going to click that boundaries tool. With this, you can color code across the United States by zip code counties or states. I'm going to choose zip codes, and then from this top pull-down list is where we tell it if we want to color code it either by the imported data set that we just brought in or by demographics. In this example, I'm going to choose demographic data, and from this pull-down list, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just scroll down until we get to median household income. And I'm going to just vary up these colors a little bit. Use the hot pink for higher income areas. And then when we click done, we can see that change in demographics across the nation. One other way that you can do this is if I wanted to, I could click filter map. And let's say I only wanted to look at the state of Virginia. I can click clear all, scroll down to the bottom, click on Virginia, click filter. Now all of the other states have gone away from my map, and I'm just looking at the state of Virginia. And so I can see that change in demographics, and I have my legend up here to show me what each of those points mean. Another way that you can use demographics is we can look at that data window. Let's say that I wanted to add demographic information to the list of the zip codes that fall within Virginia. And I can choose the zip code layer. And this is a table that shows all the list of zips in this view. And we have additional columns like filter, counties, and states. And if we wanted to, we could remove those with this Choose Columns button. I can click on it and highlight columns that I don't need, click the left arrow to make them go away. And then from this pull-down list, I can choose demographic data, and I can bring over additional fields that I want to see on the map. So if I wanted to, I can go to that median household income again, bring that over. I'm going to highlight them both and click the up arrow to make them right next to the zip code. And now we can see that table for the population per zip code. If I want to, I can then export this information out to an Excel spreadsheet for viewing. So it's another way that you can use demographic data in our starter. If I ever want to show the information in a label, I can go into Manage Map and Data at that zip code level, and I can click on Labels, and I can choose Format Labels, and this is where I can choose information in what we call, I'm going to choose an auto label. An auto label is just the number that's static on the map, and so if I wanted to add something like demographic information to it, I click this first little pull down list after checking the box for number 1, choose demographic data, and leave it on population. And click change labels, and now I can see that information here. If it's a little too small, I can, while still within Manage Map and Data, I can make that larger, smaller. I can change whether, in fact, it's bold or italicized or outlined as well. So that's just a brief intro into Map Business Online Starter. If you have any questions, let us know.